Hi, and welcome back to the Business Career College video series. In this video, we're going to look at Canada Pension Plan income splitting, and this is really a tax measure that's used only to reduce your overall tax burden. A very common type of exam question. There's a lot of little detail here. So we're going to assume that we have a couple. This could be married or common law, and they're both over 65. And let's assume that they married at a relatively young age. There are some limitations here. They both have to be eligible and collecting, or if one of them is under 65 and never contributed to Canada Pension Plan, we can have a split there as well. So both must be collecting, or it would be impossible for them to collect, would be the only reason that we could otherwise split this. So essentially, though, this is our rule. They both must be collecting it, and they can only split what they earned while they were together. So this is a little bit tricky. Basically, what this works out to is if you have a couple who marries later in life, so let's say you have a couple that marries at age 60, they wouldn't be able to split very much or possibly nothing of their CPP. But if you have a couple who married at a young age, they would be able to split pretty much all of it. Okay, so here's what we've got. We've got spouse A who's getting $1,000 a month from CPP and a bunch of other income. So in total, this person is at, let's say, a 40% tax bracket, adding up all of their income. And then we've got a person over here who's making $600 a month and is, let's say, at a 25% tax bracket. So spouse A is currently paying about $400, well, in fact, exactly $400 a month in taxes. Spouse B, $150. Their total tax burden each month related to their CPP is $550. So simply by telling CPP you want to do this, it's not in any way difficult. You just have to tell CPP you want to split your Canada Pension Plan benefit for tax purposes. Canada Pension Plan will do that. Now I'm going to assume this couple has been together for a very long time and they earned all of their CPP while they were together, so they could split it all. So that's $1,600 in total. Basically, we just take those two amounts and we put them into this bucket and we divide it in half, and now we can see that they're at $800 each. So now instead of paying tax on on 1,000 on the left and on 600 on the right, we're going to have A paying tax on $800 of income and B paying tax also on $800 of income. And I know that the tax would be done at the end of the year and so forth, but this is typically how an exam question like this will break down, where it will actually break it down to the month. So we take $800 times 40% and we get $320 here, $800 times 25%, and we have $200 here. So this becomes then a $520 tax burden as compared to $550 up here. That's $550 less $520. That's $30 of tax savings each month. And I know it doesn't seem like a ton of money, but all you had to do was check off a box on your return on your CPP application in order to take advantage of this very easy split. Now, while we're on the subject, this is also very similar to what happens when you have a divorce. So if A and B, let's say that we're a couple of years earlier, they're not yet 65, and they get divorced, we'd have a very similar calculation where we would take A's CPP credits and B's CPP credits, and we would say at the end of the divorce, they would have the same thing. They would have $800 each. So this would also be the outcome of a divorce. So the principle here is really that when you're earning a CPP benefit, when you're earning this benefit, you're actually helping your spouse out at the same time. So the spouses essentially share in all of this. They can share it in retirement, or they can, if it's unfortunate and it happens, they can have splitting on divorce as well. This is, in theory, automatic. If you let CPP know that you've had this divorce, they will automatically split this as long as you inform them within 4 years. With a separation, you have to apply for the split to happen. You have to apply within 3 years of the separation. I hope that helps. That's Canada Pension Plan income splitting. Just a little bit of a tax savings measure. That's really all that it does for us. And it is a frequent exam question on all kinds of financial services exams. Thank you very much, and enjoy your ongoing